Before you upload your next video on YouTube, I need you to stop. Just watch this video, because in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 4 important settings that every creator needs to leave on or needs to turn on. And these settings, I've used them in my channel, and I noticed a big change. So if you're a small creator, make sure you watch this video till the very end, because it is very necessary. The crazy part is that these settings can affect the way your channel performs, the way your videos perform. It can even affect the way YouTube recommends your videos. So it is necessary that you leave these settings on. Though I'm going to explain why you have to leave them on or even off. So make sure you watch till the end, because the 4th setting I'll be giving you guys is very, very important. So let's dive in. Hey everyone, my name is Samuel Zing, and if you want to grow your channel with me, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I post one video every week. Subscribe and make sure you like this video. Thank you so much. So let's just dive into the topic we have for today. So the first setting that you have to make sure that it is on is allow embedding setting. This setting, you're going to get it in your YouTube Studio desktop version. You're going to see it there just below the publish to subscriptions feed. So this allow embedding, you need to turn it on. Why do you need to turn it on? Because if you turn it on, you're allowing your videos to be embedded. Like, people can embed your videos on their websites, on their forums, on their on their blogs. You will be getting exposure from outside of YouTube. You don't have to depend only on YouTube views. You need views from other websites, from other blogs, from other forums. That is what you need. You don't just have to depend only on YouTube. So make sure you allow embedding when next you want to upload your videos. Anytime you want to upload, ensure that it is turned on. Ensure that it is turned on, because once you upload that video, you cannot go back and turn it on or off. So make sure you turn it on whenever you want to upload your videos. That exposure is very, very important. People can post your videos on websites, blogs, forums, and all that, and you'll be getting views from outside of YouTube. The second setting that you have to make sure that it is on is showing how many people liked your video. Some creators, they used to turn this one off because they are scared of low numbers. They are ashamed of low numbers. I don't know what to call it. They are ashamed of it, or maybe they are scared of low numbers. So the reason why you have to turn it on is because you need people to know that people are liking your video and they are reacting on your videos. Do you get, people actually like this video? You need to show people that people like your video. That is social proof. When you turn it off, you're removing social proof. You're saying that this video is just existing on YouTube. Nobody has interacted with this video. Nobody has engaged. But once people can see the number of likes, then they will be pushed to watch the video till the end. You get, even if the numbers are few, as long as people are liking the video, they'll be pushed to watch your video till the end. You get, transparency beats credibility. So no matter the number of likes you're getting per video, you don't have to hide it. Just leave it. Even if it's 1 like, even if it's 2 likes, just leave it like that. For example, I usually get 20 likes, or sometimes 10 likes, sometimes 15, sometimes 20 or more likes. So whichever one, leave your likes so that people will see that people are interacting with your video. The next setting that you have to turn on is allow automatic chapters. Many creators used to ignore this part. See, you have to turn it on. The reason why you have to turn it on is because when you turn it on, YouTube will automatically split your videos into sections. You get, so whoever that is watching your videos, they will be free to navigate your video to whichever part they want. They can click to that section they are more interested in. You get, instead of them skipping your video to the part where they want to watch, they can just go to the description and go to the part where they might be interested in. Then they will click it and watch the parts. This will make people to spend more time watching your videos, and it will reduce the way people skip your videos, which is bad for the algorithm. So allow automatic chapters. It will help your videos a lot. It will help a lot. People can be free to navigate your videos easily. They can go to the section they want to watch and watch the parts, and they will spend more time on your video. And that particular section they watched, they can actually share it to others so that they will watch that part. You get, so try and allow automatic chapters. You can actually name the chapters, because maybe YouTube might not be able to name it properly. So it's left for you to name these sections. Just name the chapters so that people can know the exact parts they want to watch. This will help you a lot. The final setting that I'll be talking about is the publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers. This setting is very, very, very important. I know why I stressed it. It is very important. The time I joined YouTube newly, there was one creator that I watched, and they said if you want to upload a video and your views are usually low, it's because your subscribers have not really engaging with your videos. So instead of that, when you post your videos and your subscribers don't engage, and the YouTube algorithm sees this and don't promote your video, instead of that, why not turn your subscriptions feed off, like published subscriptions feed off? When you turn it off, then you can post your video and people can just engage on your videos. I listened to this creator and I posted the video, and when I posted that video, I turned off my published to subscriptions feed. When I turned it off, I posted that video, and that video did not get views. That the views was so low. Normally I was getting between 100 and 200, but the views I got from that video was not even up to 20. And this was because I turned off my published subscriptions feed. So what am I saying? This setting, you can turn it on and you can turn it off, but you have to pay attention. Listen, if you're the kind of person that you gather your subscribers from shorts, you post shorts, and those subscribers you got from shorts, they might not be interested in your long form content. If you're that kind of creator that you're posting shorts, mostly shorts, and you decide to shift to long form content, I need you to turn it off whenever you want to upload your videos. Turn off the publish to subscriptions feed off. But if you're uploading long form content, you're always uploading long form content, and you're sure that the subscribers you got them from the same niche and from that same long form content, then do not turn it off. Always leave that setting on. I mean, publish to subscriptions feed. Always leave it on. You need to notify your subscribers anytime you post your video. So imagine you post a video and that publish to subscriptions feed is turned off. Imagine you post a video now. That means those that subscribe to your channel will not even get notified that you posted a video. So make sure that this setting is always on. And remember what I told you: if you know that you gathered your subscribers through posting shorts and maybe a different niche, and you got your subscribers from that, make sure you turn it off. Do you get? But if your subscribers were gotten from maybe shorts and long form content and from the same niche, then you can leave it on. I'm talking about those that usually switch niche. You get, maybe because this niche is not really working for them, they now switched it. Then they must have gathered some subscribers from that niche. Then they now switch to the next niche. What will now happen to your other subscribers? I don't know if you're understanding me. So to avoid this kind of thing, like you will have 2K subscribers and 10K subscribers, and your views is not even up to 1K. So to avoid this kind of problem, make sure you turn off your publish to subscriptions feed. That is the only thing I'm talking about. So let me just give you guys a little advice. If you want to upload a video on YouTube, you have to be very, very serious, because uploading videos on YouTube is not just about hitting publish. You just publish the video. You have to ensure that the settings I mentioned in this video, these 4 settings, you have to ensure that they are turned on. Do you get me? Make sure that they are turned on, because these settings can affect the way your video performs. They can affect your visibility. They can even affect the way YouTube recommends your videos. That is why you have to make sure that they are on. So when you turn them on, you will be surprised. Like, you will see how much of a difference it will make. Like, this small optimization will make on your channel. That is why you have to be very, very careful whenever you want to upload your videos. And don't forget about the publish to subscriptions feed. Don't forget what I told you about it. Just don't forget. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you watched me to this very point, thank you. I am grateful. Then please subscribe if you have not subscribed, and make sure you like this video. And again, if you've been worried about your watch time is not growing, like you've done so many things and it is not growing, I made a video about it, how to grow your watch time, how your watch time will grow, what you need to do for your watch time to grow. Just watch that video card showing on your screen. You're going to learn a lot from that video. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.